trading ideas, about the markets, what's going on in the markets. We're living in the crazy times at the moment, and I'm really happy that we can meet each other every morning, Monday to Friday, right before the market will open, 8:30 for the next round, 30 minutes. We talk about trading. I'm looking forward to see your questions, comments, whatever there is. We stream this show on YouTube at the same time. And on the right, in the right corner, you will find a button to subscribe the channel. You can give us a like if you want. You can leave a comment if you want to get in touch with us. And I will see Relaxation. Good morning, Michael, Yanis. Good morning on YouTube, and to all of you here on Zoom too. So let me share my screen right now. Okay, here we go. So let's see who is with me this morning, who is awake already this morning. Johan, good morning. Magdalena, good morning. Cheseng, good morning. Pitar, Hartmut, Del, Mike, Ian, good morning. Nice to have you here. Raquel, good morning. So let's see. In my screen, you can see the trade top instruments with the best offer from of Admirals. Bladen, good morning. It's Bitcoin, DAX 40, Dow Jones, gold, and Euro USD. And we have a look on this focus charts in 4-hourly chart, because you can make swing trading, but you can also make day trading or 10 minutes, 15 minutes, whatever there is. It's really the best offer. Teeny tiny spread and teeny tiny costs, fees, something like this. So, Remo, good morning. Nice to meet you here. So what's the top news this morning? You will find it on the admiralmarkets.com/analytics. Morning briefing. Yesterday, US producer prices accelerate by 1% in January. Then the next top news, China inflation pressure eased further in January. Then interesting, Airbnb incorporation shares rise 4% in the fourth quarter. That's really cool, because I booked Airbnb for my next stay in Bangkok in April for 5 weeks. And I booked a lovely condo there by Airbnb. It's really, really interesting and really cheap, and within the financial district in Bangkok. And I booked an office there too. So in the 37th floor, that's really cool. And I will work from there and meet new clients. And I go to the office from Admirals in Bangkok to see what we can do together there. Nastia, that's a cool information for you. Okay, so what do we expect today? Upcoming events, it's Wednesday. So we have the monthly inflation figures from UK, and you see previous was 0.5 and forecast was 0.2, and actually it's 0.1. So there's a little bit pressure on this inflation. So maybe the rate or the central bank, Bank of England, is maybe a little bit under pressure to increase the rate in the next meeting a little bit more, because the inflation is a little bit under pressure for the moment. In this afternoon, we expect the wholesale trade Canadian dollar at 1:30 London time. Then monthly survey of manufacturing. So be careful with everything what is depending of or regarding to Canadian dollar. Then US dollar, advanced monthly sales for retail and food. Also industrial production and capacity utilization. And as every Wednesday, we expect the oil status report. So I want to give you this hint about the risk note on the bottom of this slide. CFDs are complex instruments and come with a high risk of losing money rapidly due to leverage. 78% of retail investors' accounts lose money when trading CFDs with this provider. You should consider whether you understand how CFDs work and whether you can afford to take the high risk of losing your money. So take this for your information, please. Let me invite you to our webinar this afternoon. And let me check it. Let's see. Nastia, you will inform me if Jens is there or not. Yes, please. Of course, thank you very much. Let's drink a coffee together. I swear, one time we drink a coffee together. Okay, so I want to invite you to the afternoon webinar. Is profitable trading of seasonalities in the DAX 40. Jens is talking about this at 2 o'clock London time. And in the chat, Nastia was much quicker than me. She shows you the Telegram channel here on Admirals. In case you have Telegram on your phone, on your screen, then you can click this button right now. Then you can follow the Admirals stream and channel of Telegram on Telegram. And if you're more a fan of Twitter, for example, then you will find Admirals Global on Twitter too. Lovely, interesting content. And if you think, I want to follow you, then my name is Daytrader70. That's my birthday, by the way. Okay, so you see, I'm really old. Okay, so let's go to the charts right now. And we start with the view at the DAX 40. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, you see why I always try to teach you, in heaven's sake, never miss a signal, because you see it's so annoying. And here is the best example, because if you miss a signal, that's Murphy's Law. What can go wrong, goes wrong. And I find the wrong way in missing a signal. And you see the signal was here and I missed it on Friday to open the trend. And you see it's such a long running trade right now. And it's really, that's the annoying part in trading. Once you miss a signal, it's Jesus Christ, it's so annoying. So please learn this from my mistakes. Whatever you trade and whatever time frame, please choose a time frame where you can make sure not to miss a signal. It's so important, really, really, really important. So what's up in DAX 40, 10 minutes right now? To be honest, the point of control is actually there where we are right now, 15,412. And here we are right now. And as you can see, we, how should I say, I want to make here that we can follow the point of control. And you see, we're coming from the green zone back to the point of control. It's really, really, really interesting. So let's go to our focus charts. And we want to start with Euro USD. So again, if you want to know the focus charts or the focus products, instruments, Bitcoin, Euro, USD, DAX 40, Dow Jones, and gold. So we start actually with Euro USD, and we have two trades actually. We have two trades. Just give me my painting program. Okay, so first of all, we have kind of this one. So here we are in the third trend arm. But on the right side, actually, this is my second trend arm right now. But the price is going up. And if we see more rising prices, then we have to assume, or we have to speculate, that this third trend arm will continue here. And as you can see here a little bit, there is a secondary trend. And if you see a close above the small point 2, it's more possible that we see a trend continuation of this big one in the third trend arm. So the perfect entry, we are here, but now for me, it's too late. It could be possible that if we see this secondary or this third trend here, and we see a little bit this one, then we can do this again. It's interesting. And if you check it about the point of control, then it's below the current price. So, but we are in a fair price area. So yeah, maybe we can do it, what I talk about. Okay, so next one is Bitcoin, but Bitcoin is still a running trade. Actually, we are 5,000 points in profit. And unfortunately, there are the main trend, the green one, is still running. The point 2 is here at 45,459 points. And the corrective trend is also still running. Yeah, because we didn't see, we haven't seen here a trend continuation here at the point 2. And now we're going deeper to the correction. But what you can see here right now is that we have again here this third trend. Yeah, and maybe this could be possible that we see this. Yeah, so be prepared in case that the downtrend will continue. So be prepared for this. Yeah, let's have a look. Where is the point of control? Oh, still up. It's still up, and I'm quite sure we will reach it at any time. Yeah, and if we will reach it, then we see a trend continuation of where we are. Yeah, of this green one. Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the next is Dow Jones. So we are circling around the point of control, and actually I can see just one trend, and that's a short, and is this one? No, it's this one. So you see, that's the trend will break here and will continue there. So in case we see that the price turns with the balance candle or with the blue candle, then we can open a trade and speculating on the trend continuation to the lower side. So keep an eye on it, please. DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. Here we go. It's really interesting if you draw it properly. Then you see, okay, so there was a first trend arm. So that was the second one. And that's the third one. So which means point of control, point 3 is there. And yes, you can see that's a trick of the market. It's not a trend break. So which means basically the main trend is still in 1, 2, 3 in the third trend arm. So of course, the short position is also still running, and this, or the short trend is also still running, is this one. Yeah, the trend will break here and will continue there. And now finally, on the right side of the chart, you see this. Yeah, so, and this is so, yeah, it's obvious because look where we are. Exactly within the red zone. Fair price is there. So this is so, how should I say, obviously, and this is a normal behavior if the market says, come on guys, we are absolutely fair with this price right now. Everything is fine. It's not too expensive. It's not too cheap. Yeah, everything's fine. So actually there is nothing to do for the moment. Okay, so I guess and Estia, everything is fine right now. Yeah, right. Okay, so then we go to British Pound USD. And yeah, it's still really confusing here a bit because we had a trend break there. Okay, great. Thanks for the information. And here we go. We have to do this first. So we are still in the third trend arm, you see, because there at the point 2, there was no trend continuation there. Okay, so it's still the second trend arm. And if you consider that the point of control is far away on the upper side, you should be prepared, and we should be prepared in case that the price will go up there. So therefore, we should make a pending order there. And let's see, you can do this and set a pending order here. Let me see. We can do this together here. Here we go. Okay, a little bit higher in case that we go there. So that's too less. Let's try this. Okay, with the mini terminal. Entry there, stop loss there. Okay, that's fine for the risk. That's my money. Okay, and let's go there. Okay, yeah, that's cool. So I will make an entry in British pound USD exactly here at, what's this? My entry is here, 1,357.11, and the stop loss at last 0.3. 13477, and I have basically no target, by the way. Let's see, where is my point of control? Yeah, it's higher. So by the way, let's target anywhere. Yeah, so I guess we'll go back to the point of control. Let's see. Okay, that's Euro, Bitcoin, gold. We have gold. Let's see. Open a new one. 4-hourly chart, and here we go. Okay. So with a kind of tightening of the, or kind of not tightening, with a kind of releasing and good news about the crisis in Ukraine and Russia, we saw that the price of gold came a little bit back. So, you know, I had a profitable trade there, so everything was fine. So what's about the trend? And you know, the only thing what we all consider is the trend. So 1, 2, oh, wrong, sorry. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and here we go, 4. So the trend will break here and will continue there. Everything what happens between this is just a correction. So let's see. I'm out and I'm just waiting for a new trend. There's nothing more to do. So my question of today, before we come to the running trades, I want to ask you today, can you exactly describe what is a trend? Can you exactly describe in words what is a trend? So 3 options. Yes, I can, of course. Or no, I cannot. Or actually, if you are maybe a newbie, actually a beginner in trading, you can say, no, I don't know what is a trend. So don't make fun with me. Just be serious, because it's really interesting, because trend followers are the most successful traders ever. Yeah, especially the big one. So we have a couple of running trades still. So if I'll have a look at the account, you see, okay, just almost only blue numbers. So we are really on track. Yeah, and we are in profit with 811 euros actually. Just let it go. And Australian Canadian dollar is going up again. Australian US dollar is going up again. Bitcoin also, Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, it's going back to the profit. You see how important it is to trade with mental stops. Canadian dollar, Swiss franc is coming back into a profit a little bit. And by the way, we must be careful because the short position is also running. Yeah. So therefore, we should trade the soft stop a little bit closer to cut a possible loss. Yeah. Swiss franc Japanese yen went back into the profit bit. Euro Swiss franc also. Yeah, just let it go. Euro Japanese yen back in profit again. Even we had a trend break there. Just let it go. British pound Australian dollar going back into the profit. Also everything fine. New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. We are back in profit a little bit. Actually, maybe this is the end of the correction. We don't know. The only thing is a kind of higher probability. You see the point of control is up. 0.87034. This could pull the price a little bit more. So I guess we will reach this. New Zealand Swiss franc also coming back into the profit for the moment. We will see. US dollar, Canadian dollar coming back a little bit, but we are still in profit. Everything is fine. And US dollar, Japanese yen still in profit. Still in profit. And our best one is oil. Yeah, actually, there is not really a trend continuation here right now. Not really. Yeah, but it's just a game of the market. We will see. Yeah, but we are really deep in profit. So everything is fine for the moment. Trend is like a wave moving to short-term goal or long one. Trend series of higher highs and lower lows, or opposite in downtrend. Remo, I guess you have a great educator, by the way. Okay, so because there is just really one serious answer to the question, can you exactly describe what is a trend? So there are two descriptions. First, the technical part, and second, the deeper logical part. Yeah, and we have a lot of things to talk about. But actually, for the moment, I want to invite, we have a special guest today, and I need my sound, by the way. So I have a special guest today, and this is our great educator, one of our famous congenius partner, our lovely moderator and host, Jens. Jens, are you there with me? Oh, I can see you.
Hello, good morning, Markus. Can you hear me?
Good morning, and I can hear you. That's lovely. How are you?
Doing good so far. So
a little bit stressed with your kids?
No, in fact, it was a nice nice morning. So my wife takes care of bringing them to the kindergarten. So my routine is interrupted, to be honest. So being here now is yeah, really. I mean, it's very important for me. So usually bringing the kids to the kindergarten in the morning to start the day, get some fresh air, listen to an audiobook, and then coming home, have a good tea, and taking it from there. So, but well, I can also have a look at the balcony. So.
So I guess you have a great excuse for today. If you lose money, you can blame your wife because she interrupted your daily routine.
Well, in fact, I'm not talking about money or trading with my wife, because there's also the good days, you know. So it's not just the bad days, but also the good days. And it's usually,
don't destroy the mood of your wife.
Yeah, and don't squander the money you're making. So
yeah, of course. That's really cool. Jens, nice to see you here in our great community, and people are really excited what you have to talk about, because you want to talk about your surprises with your content of your show this afternoon. It's a kind of talk about it. What do you want to talk about? What do you want to tell us?
It's a trading strategy once again. So it's a trading strategy, and I had to smile because you were pointing out a potential long side or uptrend in the DAX, and that's it's a seasonal trade, fully automated, in fact. So I'm looking at a seasonality. In fact, we can call this a day of week. So depending on whether it's a Monday, a Tuesday, a Wednesday, Thursday, or a Friday, and then deciding whether to take a long or the short side. In relation certainly to an let's call it overall advantage. So where is the overall trend being found, the advantage being found? And the interesting thing is that today the signal is in fact a long trade. So we're trading below this moving average here, and today is a counter day. So today is in fact a long day. Yesterday was also a long day, and you've probably seen that DAX really crushed on the upside. I mean, certainly because of all the tensions diminishing around the Ukraine and so on and so forth. Even though I have to admit, I'm not that surprised. So I think I remember 1 month ago or so, we had this great conversation with Paul together. And I think we already discussed that Ukraine has been a topic since, I don't know, 10 years, 2014 minimum. So
yeah.
I'm not really surprised that things turned out that way. I'm more interested, in fact, in the question, why? Why is especially the US so interested in talking us into a war, let's say, or at least that makes the impression. And probably it has something to do with the Fed. So and all the inflation pressure building there. And well, wouldn't it be great that the Fed could say, hey, you know what? We can hike rates because there's a war now in Europe, and we can't really risk this. So yeah. So that's currently what I'm interested in, but only from a question perspective. So trading wise, yeah, take it long, take it short, whatever the market gives you.
Is this a special strategy to work in seasonalities in DAX 40? Can you prove it with numbers, statistically numbers?
Yes, certainly. Yeah, sure. So this is definitely something I also want to show. It's not just that I say, well, every Monday, if we trade in direction, take the long side or the short side, but I will prove that. And in fact, I have data proving it for the last 24 years or so, that it works cool. really nicely. In fact, the thing is, you probably have heard about these turnaround Tuesday when someone is talking about that, or for example, in a trend that after a strong move into the weekly close, anticipating some strong moves on the upside, let's say in the upcoming week, then you see start into week also strong, but there has to be a pull in rather sooner than later. So due to the fact that risk reward is getting unattractive, for example, on the upside in this case, and then sometimes it's good to take the opposite side here on a Tuesday or on a Wednesday, and that's in fact somehow the idea behind this, and you can really prove that. So it's fascinating, and I hope that people will really enjoy that. So.
It's an interesting part, Jens, because I try to teach the people, if once you have a strategy, you have to work with probabilities. So that's the problem in trading, by the way, especially. So, and I try to teach the people, let us say, if you work with the probabilities, you should never miss a signal because you don't know which one will be the big one. So would you agree with this? Is this regarding to your strategy too?
100%. Yes. Okay. Yeah, sure. So, in fact, you can, to some extent, that this is a great thing. It's not just or certainly also you can day trade it if you're sitting in front of the screen, but it's also a strategy where you already know the day before, once the market closes, in which direction you will trade the next morning. So you can already enter an order and say, let's say at the starting point of the day. I mean, in the DAX now things have turned a little because we have also this overnight trading taking place with Asian markets and Germany becoming more global, let's say, and Europe saying, hey, yes, we have to also offer some trading here overnight. But in fact, if we remember 3-4 years ago when the Eurex started at 8 a.m. in the morning, European time, that was usually the starting point then of the day. So you could also enter certainly the trade shortly before you go to the office or something. And then you take out the trade, you really keep it. There's no take profit or something like that. So you just keep the trade for the day, you close the position, and then you do it over again the next day. And so it's also something which is probably of interest for people going to work, having a 9-to-5 job, let's say.
Yeah. I think your strategy, or this kind of strategy you will explain to us this afternoon, is my kind of diversification for maybe a good account size, that you have different strategies, and this could be a really easy strategy, right?
Yes, in fact, yeah, it's not a backup, but it's like something where you really try to ride the overall trend. So and it's not much stress involved. You have clear levels what to risk. In this case, certainly it's quantitative. So that means you look at the daily volatility. Given that, you say, okay, I have a certain amount in this case, or percentage wise, I have to set my stop here, and then take it from there. Even though, and this is the interesting thing, the DAX tends to, if it trends, it tends to run really wide, let's say, or so there will be sometimes very strong moves, and thus the payoff ratio, so the average gain to average losing trade, is a greater one, so 1.3 to 1 in fact, and given a hit rate around 50%, depending on market conditions, slightly below that, but yeah, so still profitable. Very, very interesting strategy, in fact. Yeah.
Really cool. Ladies and gentlemen, let us invite you. In the chat, you will find a link for registration to this webinar this afternoon. And I guess Jens will talk to you and will tell us the big secret in trade, the holy
the holy grail. Finally,
the holy grail.
Finally, yeah.
Finally, the holy grail. So if you have a time,
I went. I'm a monk now. I came back, and now I found the holy grail. And
so. I guess you make some vows to tell us the holy grail. I guess,
yeah. So. There will also be some breathing exercise, certainly.
Okay, I'm there with you this afternoon. Of course. Okay, Jens, thanks for your time. I wish you a great day, and to our listeners too. And I guess they will join your session this afternoon too. And for the rest of you, as always, we see each other tomorrow. Tomorrow, I wanna welcome you from Frankfurt, because I go to Frankfurt today. And let's see. And you will see Jens this afternoon. Jens, thanks for your time. Have a nice day. And for the rest, as always, have courage and be kind. And